On to the next, which is the first leg of the Triple Trio race at number 4, and a decent jackpot as well. Starship, though, heads them. Zach Pert in the saddle as he drops in class. Majestic Endeavour takes the drop in grade as well. Leisured Feet runner up over the 1,200 metres on his last start. Big Bully, fortunate runner. He had a couple of starts so far, but Wygates 13 and 14. Viva Council, last start winner. He's come up with barrier 6. Kingston 1 and the Happy Bunch yet to win in 4 and 5 starts. Winning Controller up in class, and the top ace, barrier 1. Will they roll forward with Victor Wong taking £10 off?
Well, that's a good question. Potentially a big chance, I would have thought. Viva Council likes to roll forward. He has done it his last two. Of course, a winner last start. The Happy Bunch is a horse that showed pace in the past. Leisured Feet want to probably posse up. You know, and then you've got maybe one or two others that might sort of press on if they get caught wide. So good to slow, but potentially more towards the good side for me in the first leg of the TT.
Leisured Feet, he lost his form earlier in the season, but something's obviously clicking now because his last two starts have both been very good. He comes here to Sha Tin, and over 1,400 metres, being by Savabeel, steps up to the trip for the first time. I think he looks good. Fortunate Runners on the improve as well. Another one who's he's been running over 1,400 metres. He's by Tavistock, so 1,400 metres, even further for him. But he's fit going into this race. This will be his third start as Fortunate Runner. And this horse has got blinkers on and he's improved a lot, I think. Investor Boom. He's got barrier number 4 for Umberto Responsibly. And it's his first start at Sha Tin as well. His 2 starts have been Happy Valley. I don't think he's been suited by Happy Valley, so I'm going to keep an eye on him at a big price. All
right, that's Ricky Ewan and Umberto. Barrier 4 for him. But the TT jackpot, 3.6 million, a little bit over 3.6 million. So an estimated dividend we're playing for in the region of $7 million. All right, as far as the galloping clues are concerned, we'll start off with Leisured Feet. He's been runner-up on his last 2 starts, both of those at the Valley over the 1,200 metres. Yeah, and as Paul's highlighted already, there's something clicked because his last 2 have been good. He's under pressure a long way out here, but he does keep up a reasonable gallop, so stepping to 1,400 you would think would be a positive. The other positive is Top Score, the horse that cut him down, ran an enormous race last Wednesday night, so has somewhat franked the form.
He's by Savabeel at a Rock at Gibraltar mare, so that's a pedigree of 2,000 metres plus, and he's won over 1,000 metres, so he's got that early speed. I think as we see him go up to 1,600 metres, he's going to be a better horse. All right, OK, that's Leisured Feet. Viva Council, a last start winner. He had Fortunate Runner in behind, who's just having his second start. What are their chances? Well, he sort of stole a race a little bit, Viva Council. They left him alone in front, and away he went. If they do something similar in this race, then he'll be there for a long period of the race, no question. He just might find a little bit more pressure on this occasion. But, look, I snuck him in for 4th, C+3 course.
Yep, I've got him in the tips. Fortunate Runner, that's him in the red colours there. He got sort of held up for a run and then sort of lost momentum, but at the end he got going again late. He's a horse who's very green, very raw, has no idea what racing's all about, but there does look to be a little engine there. I'm not suggesting this is his race, but he might be one to follow after he's had half a dozen runs or 10. Could be an improver. All right, we'll keep an eye on him. He's got a wide gate as well, barrier 14 for him. Now, Winning Controller, last start winner over the 1,400 metres, but it was in Class 5, and the record doesn't read as good in this grade. I haven't been overly complimentary to this horse all season, Andrew. I've questioned his intestinal fortitude in a finish. However, last start with the £10 off, it was there. Now he's going to come into a lower or a higher grade with an even lower weight. So I think that it's actually a positive again for him. Obviously, the opposition's going to be stronger, but he didn't lack any intestinal fortitude there when you watch that replay. So I'm going to suggest he can run pretty well here.
Lightning strikes twice. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't put him in, but, you know, like if he does that again, then obviously, yeah, he could be in the numbers for sure. All right, good ride from Victor as well, right at the inside. The Happy Bunch. Let's have a look at him trialling on this occasion. 5 starts, nothing so far. No, I'll let Paul I've been with him. His go. I've been with him most of those starts. I've left him out this time. He's dropping off? Yeah, I've dropped him off. Look, this was not a bad trial on the all-weather, so maybe an all-weather's the go for him. He's tried Happy Valley, and that hasn't worked. He's had 1 start at Sha Tin. I don't think he's a horse suited to Sha Tin. So I'll wait. We'll see what happens when he gets on the all-weather. He works always well on that surface. Yeah. In fairness, one of those runs at Happy Valley, if he hadn't got crowded, he could well have run a place. Correct. Yeah. There's been some trials and the odd performance suggesting there's something there, but he looks a horse who might need some more time. All right.
OK, so he's not in this time for you, Paul. Again, wide market, Starship the favourite?
Yeah, good race, this one. I'm going to go with Leisured Feet, though. I think when you see him up to a mile, you'll probably see his best. But 1,400 metres, I think, will be ideal, and he's a horse in form at the moment, and Joe Moreira is sticking with the ship, so we'll put him on top. Investor Boom, now, I'll take a chance with him. We'll blinkers on for the first time. This will be his third run. He'll be fit going to this. He's a son of Foxwedge, and I just really liked his track work leading into it. So at 35 to 1, he's worth a chance in the numbers. Starship, obviously down in grades, been running well at higher grades, so he's just got to carry the big weight from a wide draw. And Viva Council from the front, 3, 7, 1 and 8. Look, I've been taking a chance each way with the 7 here if he stays at 35.
It's a well-chosen first leg of the TT. There's a number of ways the race could unfold. I just think with the £10 claim and winning controller in form, he might be the banker type material. He's drawn well. He's got Matthew Poon on this time. Obviously a lighter weight. He's a last start winner who's up in grade. I'm going to go with him. I haven't really liked the horse at all season, but I just think this is a very, very winnable race for him. Viva Council might be in front of him and they might be able to dictate. If that doesn't occur and there's some run-ons, then I'm going to suggest Bossy, who is very hard to predict, capable on his day. Interesting, he's place favourite early, and then Leisured Feet. So 13, 8, 4, 3, playing a trio. I'll banker the 13. I think he's a good, solid banker, actually, for the TT winning controller.
All right, well, the numbers that crop up, and yours and Paul's and mine as well, are 3 and 8. Leisured Feet and Viva Council, those are the two common denominators. All right, well, that was the first leg of the TT. Up next for us, first leg of the 6-up.